very much for being here today. We are about to make a historic announcement. Before the announcement will have context, you must first understand what the British Citizen Awards are. And with absolutely no ado whatsoever, please allow me to welcome and invite to the podium the founder of the British Citizen Awards, Mr. Michael Faulkner.
Thank you, Senator Thatcher. The British Citizen Awards was created 3 years ago and is designed to recognise those individuals in society and in communities up and down the country who would otherwise go under the radar. They are people who selflessly give for the good of others, who volunteer freely and who spend their days literally caring for others. Up and down the country here in the United States, the same thing's happening. There are people, good people, who are helping contribute to communities, that are making things happen in their communities and are selflessly giving for the good of others. The British Citizen Awards was created to recognise these individuals, and what we do is we present these individuals who are nominated with a medal of honour which states that it's for the good of the country, because it's these people who are actually making countries great. They're certainly putting the great into Great Britain, and they are certainly going to be putting America great again. Citizen Awards recognises selfless individuals who really perform pretty much miracles. They give so much of their time, so much of themselves, and it could be educating people who are outside of the education system, it could be teaching underprivileged people about the arts, it could be volunteering, it could be any sort of correspondence you can imagine. And we get some really heartwarming stories. We hold the ceremony at the Palace of Westminster in central London, and we give each individual a day to remember, something they'll never ever forget, and we're going to replicate this here in the United States of America. Now, along the way, I've been blessed to meet lots of very, very interesting and helpful people, and not least of all, some of those have helped us to make this happen in America. And one such person is here today and is going to share their particular journey, because they were supporters of the British Citizen Awards through the business that they ran. And here to tell you a little bit more about how it's going to happen here in the United States, can I please welcome Mr. Lonnie Main.
Thank you, Mike. Well, it is a complete honor to be with everybody today and to announce the American Citizens Awards in collaboration with the British Citizens Awards. I've had the great honor of knowing Mike and being affiliated with the British Citizens Awards now for 2 years. And before I go any further, I just want to thank a few people that have been incredibly instrumental in bringing this to the United States. Lou Kramer, CEO of CBC Advisors, has been a huge help for us in establishing our footprint here. Scott Hell, former Democratic senator, has also been instrumental and has been involved with us over the last few months. Rick Cantrell, Chief of Staff at the Attorney General's Office, has brought his wisdom and kindness to bringing this here. Joni Crane, the Boy Scouts of America, has been invaluable to us and has worked tirelessly to bring this day to fruition. Jason Gould, who's here with the Senate staff, who's also been very supportive, and then finally Senator Thatcher, who has been the real bulldog, if you will, in making this happen, and has been relentless in his communication to bringing positive light into the world. We live in a world today that seems to have incredible negative noise. Rather, it's for those to be recognized that are standing out for the positive in everything that they do. And being affiliated with the British Citizens Awards, as I have the last 2 years, I have witnessed great work that has been done by all in that community. People that are standing out in the most humble but yet confident way and making a difference in all that they do. When Mike came to me and said, Lonnie, do you think it's time for the United States to be able to recognize citizens for the ordinary and in what we say extraordinary work that they're doing in their communities? I said, absolutely. It's a time to quiet the negative noise and bring this positivity to the world, and I believe there's never a better time than right now to do that. So it's my honor to announce this to you today. We hope that this will be supported by many, And we want to thank those who have been involved, and most importantly, to those American citizens that are out there today that are witnessing good deeds in their communities that are going on. We hope that you will stand up and nominate those people for being heroes in their communities and allow them to be able to receive one of these beautiful honors and be recognized as a positive contribution to the world. So thank you for the time today. Thank you for being here. We appreciate the press that's here. This is going to be a big deal, and we're excited about it. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our champion and bulldog, Senator Thatcher, back to also make a few comments. Thank you.
You know, when Lonnie first mentioned to me that we wanted to do the American Citizen Awards, that we wanted to duplicate the incredible success that has been seen in Great Britain, the first thought was, how do we make this work in Washington, D.C.? And it didn't take us very long at all to realize that I don't think this would work in Washington, D.C. Right now, D.C. is kind of the symbol of everything that is going wrong in politics in the world. By contrast, in Utah, 95% of all of the work that we do in the state legislature passes with a majority support from both parties. I would say that that rises above being bipartisan and rises to the point of being actually non-partisan. In Utah, we put problem solving ahead of politics. So you couple that with the fact that Utah leads the nation in charitable donations and in volunteerism, and Utah just seems like the natural place to hold an award ceremony to recognize average, everyday citizens who have done exceptionally kind or brave or noble things that otherwise would go unnoticed. So here's one of the beautiful things about this award that I love. Recognizes not only those who have been nominated and chosen to win, but we also recognize those who noticed them and nominated them to win. And I believe that just as has happened in Great Britain, that here in America, people might start paying a little more attention to the kind and selfless acts from the good people around them. And I am so grateful to our brothers across the pond and sisters across the pond for pioneering this solution and bringing this amazing opportunity to our attention. Now the question becomes, we've done these great things, what can you do? And the answer is simple. Step one, start noticing the things around you. And step two, start making nominations. Nominations are open to any U.S. resident, regardless of their circumstances, regardless of their background or upbringing. Nominations are being accepted through our website, which is www.americancitizenaward.com. So start noticing, start nominating, and start and appreciating the remarkable around you. Thank you.